Hi everybody, I'm Jeff Reese, Hoist Gracie Brown Belt, instructor at Scranton MMA. This episode I'm joined by Steve Brunetti, Hoist Gracie Brown Belt, also an instructor at Scranton MMA. This is Scranton MMA Insider, where each episode we'll break down viewer submitted questions, drills to help improve your technique, and a technical portion of the episode. We're going to start this week's episode with a viewer submitted question that came to us from Scranton MMA Insider at yahoo.com. The question is, I often find an inability to execute some techniques. How can I fix this? There's four main points that you want to consider when having trouble with a technique. And the first main point is missing detail. Perhaps the technique you're trying is missing some small element of the move. Maybe you overlooked the move, the detail in the manual, maybe you overlooked the detail on the video you're watching, or maybe your instructor has overlooked the detail, and you may want to go a little deeper into the technique and find what missing element is causing you problems.
Second reason why a technique may not be working for you is your training partner. A lot of times your training partner knows what you're going to do, and so your training partner should flow with you while you're doing the techniques. But sometimes our egos get involved and we want to try and make it a little bit more difficult for our partner so they don't win. We have to remember that we're drilling and we're training with each other, and to flow with your partner. So if you find that your training partner is not allowing you to execute a move effectively, take a step back and say, hey, you know, we're friends here, we want to make each other better. Let's take a moment, relax, and then flow with your training, where it's not a competition and it's a learning environment.
Third reason is just perhaps bad timing, a timing error. So if you've examined reason number one and reason number two, and you've concluded you know all of the details of the move, and your partner is being a good training partner, now it's just time to repeat the move over and over and over. If you're experiencing a problem with the technique after 10 times, that's nothing to worry about. If you're experiencing with a problem with the technique after 1,000 times, now we have an issue with timing, and you just got to go back and rep it out and practice it, practice it, practice it.
And lastly, physical limitations. We're all different. Everybody's body's different. Everybody's athletic ability is different. Everybody's ability to execute a move is differently. So you need to build into your repertoire what techniques are perfect for your body and your size. Not everybody is going to be able to execute the flying armbar whenever they want, very fast, very rapidly, and very effective. So use the right technique at the right time that accommodates your physical size and athletic ability.
So the next segment of our episode is drills and how drills can improve your game. So what I plan on showing here is the leg swing drill, a drill that I often use in all of my warm-ups to improve my ability to scramble, to improve my ability to regain guard, and just to enhance the overall mobility and flexibility of my hips. The drill is very, very simple. You want to start off with maybe a low amount of reps until you get used to it, and then go 2, 3, 4, 5 minutes with this drill to really see the benefits of it. So for this drill, you're simply going to lay down on your stomach, face down, hands out. You're going to arch your back, arch your feet, open your hips slightly to the side you want to swing your legs to. Make sure your legs are locked here, swing them to the front. Once you're here, hands back down, swing your legs to the back, and you reset the position. Arc your head, arc your feet, open your hips slightly, swing them to the front, hands down, swing them to the rear. Switch it up side to side a little bit, get a good rhythm going. Once you get comfortable with it, you can start doing 360s in both directions. And you're gonna find that after a few weeks of doing this and mixing it up, that your ability to scramble and your ability to regain guard and your hip mobility has increased.
One of the added benefits of what Jeff is doing right now is he's working on his posterior chain. The muscles of his erector spinae muscles, his gluteus maximus, and his hamstring muscles, all giving posterior chain strength and protecting his spine and core. So Jeff's now going to demonstrate the technique while you're looking from a bird's eye view.
So welcome to our final segment of this episode, the technical portion. Each week we'll highlight different techniques for you. This week we're going back to our roots and we're going to illustrate one of Grandmaster Helio Gracie's original self-defense moves, the rear bear hug over the arms.
So slowly, as with all self-defense moves, we want to make sure we have a solid base. So as my assailant grabs me, the first thing I'm going to do is drop into base. Arms up so he's not able to capture my wrist and control my arms. So I drop into base with my palms up. I will then step around my opponent, putting my hip to his hip. My hands will then grab him right behind the knees. And now the throw comes from my legs. As I explode up, I'm going to throw my opponent right behind me. From there, I'm controlling his arm, step over, and secure an arm. So again, a little bit faster, drop, step behind, grab, securing an arm. Stepping over, finishing.
Okay, so now we're going to do this technique at full speed. As a beginner, please don't start at full speed. Go very, very slowly. Use a crash pad until your partner is used to falling. Advanced guys, you guys know how to fall, you know how to be safe. Beginners, please be safe with this move. Thanks for joining us for our inaugural edition of Scranton MMA Insider. For more information, you can visit scrantonmma.com. I want to take the time to thank our guest instructor, Steve Brunetti, and welcome you all back for a future episode.